Evil! Speak to us, Rhonda! Speak to us! Yes! Tell us the name, Rhonda! Tell us the name! Yes! Why? What is it?
It's, nothing. Really. Zelda, that fire's an inspiration. You have no idea the difference it makes.
It does make the room more cheerful.
Yes. I thought I'd have to redecorate, but it seems the decor in here is so dazzling already and global. Well.
I do hope you'll be happy here.
Well, yes. What a darling fireplace. Makes the room more cozy than ever. And this house really does have character. I'm beginning to love it more and more. Zelda?
Yes?
I'm beginning to love it more and more every minute. In spite of what the others said and in spite of what just happened.
What was that?
Well, it was nothing, really. Except for a moment ago, I was leaving the library and I felt, or rather sensed, the approach of something evil.
Evil?
Yes. It was that same feeling I had when I was a little girl, running up the stairs in the dark, afraid that something was going to reach out and get me. Could there be anything in the house?
Yes. Spirits. But there are two kinds. The good ones that help you, and the others. Like the one that was behind you in the dark. That was the demon that's gotten to this house.
Oh.
As long as you aren't afraid of it, it can't get to you.
Well, I'm not afraid of anything.
Don't forget that letter, miss.
Oh, yes. Uncle Cyrus gave it to you 20 years ago.
Yes, 20 years ago tonight. Just before he died. On that bed.
Oh.
You are still scared.
No, I'm not. I picked up this library book, and it seemed to open itself up at this chapter called Fear.
Fear?
Yes, fear. Fear is a delusion. Fear, or the belief in fear, can be controlled and eliminated by understanding.
You believe that?
Well, yes, I do. Listen. Take a bird, a canary in its cage. Place it on a table. And then let a cat jump up and circle it. What happens? The canary, seeing its enemy so close to it, is frightened, almost to death. But if it had understanding, it would realize that the cat couldn't get to it while it had the protection of the cage. Not knowing this, it suffers 1,000 deaths through fear.
But you aren't in a cage.
Well, yes, I am. I'm surrounded and protected by my faith, my philosophy, and my friends. I'm not afraid.
But you are afraid. For Mr. Crosby.
Oh, I'd forgotten about that for a moment. Zelda? No, you would have seen him. But I couldn't have imagined he was in the room with me, could I have?
No.
I mean, Zelda, I tell you he was there.
I believe you, miss.
But if he was there, and you didn't see him go out, then where is he now?
I told you. It got him. The demon in this house.
No. How could a spirit, if there was one there, take a man like Mr. Crosby and just disappear? A spirit couldn't do a thing like that.
How do you know it couldn't?
Well, I just know, that's all.
What was Mr. Crosby telling you before he was taken away?
Well, he was just trying to tell me about some danger that was... Oh.
Exactly. He was trying to warn you about it when it got him.
No! Impossible! Absurd!
Annabelle, it's me, Harry. Can I come in?
Yes, Harry, where have you been?
Out in the garden. What's this about Crosby?
Well, we were in the library, and we were talking. My back was turned, so I couldn't see exactly what happened, but he vanished. Could anything have taken him?
Of course not. You don't believe in ghosts, do you, Annabelle?
Well, no, but I thought I'd ask you.
I came as soon as I heard. I just checked the library. There's no closets or anywhere that he could have hidden. Are you sure he was in the room with you?
Well, yes, I'm quite sure. Everybody keeps asking me that. It's all so perfectly exasperating.
Annabelle, you're just working yourself up needlessly. Crosby's an able-bodied man. He can take care of himself. He'll be fine.
Well, I hope so. What were you doing in the garden, Harry?
Just looking around. Better lock your doors tonight, Annabelle.
Why should I?
Just to be on the safe side. Perhaps I'd better sleep in the library tonight.
Why should you?
Be on the safe. In case you needed me.
Why should I need you?
In case you get nervous or something.
Why should I have a reason to be nervous?
Lord, I don't know. Well, anyways, if you need me, Annabelle, call.
Yes, I will. What time do you leave in the morning?
Early. May I say goodbye to you now before I go?
Yes, I wish you would.
Good night, Annabelle.
Good night.
Don't worry, Annabelle. You'll be fine.
He wanted to tell me something, but he didn't dare. Heavens, everybody seems to be acting so strangely. I begin to think I must be losing my mind. Oh, Annabelle! Oh, just a minute. Zelda, would you please see if Mr. Crosby has returned? What is it?
I just had to tell you that Charlie absolutely misunderstood me. He put the wrong construction on a most innocent remark. I never meant to say you were crazy. I only thought that you were upset. Oh, my dear, please say you understand.
Yes, I understand perfectly. Won't you sit down?
I will. Annabelle, I feel it's my duty to tell you.
Susan, you promised you wouldn't. What was that, Cicely?
Why nothing important, Annabelle? I feel it's my duty
Oh,
to
your
tell
duty? It would be a lot better, Cousin Sue, if once in a while you would consider other people's feelings instead of your duty.
Heavens! Hear the child rave. You think I've done something terrible. Cicely, where is your respect for me?
I do respect you, but I've been so nervous ever since I've been here, and you pick on me because it's your duty, and oh dear, no one understands me! Oh, come now, Cicely, what's it all about? Something happened that would make you nervous if you knew. Well, anything serious? No, just something that was told me about.
I am in duty bound to tell.
No, I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear it. If it will make me any more nervous than I am right now, I don't want to hear it. You may tell me in the morning.
Are you quite all right, my dear?
Well, yes, of course. Why do you ask?
I was worried about you. You were a little hysterical in there.
Well, I'm fine now.
Your health has always been good, my dear?
Splendid. I need good health to work the way I do with all my painting and dancing.
I suppose you've led a feverish life down there in the village with those artistic folk.
No, never had enough money for that.
Ever had black spots in front of your eyes?
No.
Ever felt dizzy?
No.
Pains in the back of your head?
No.
Oh, but you have terrible dreams, don't you?
Only when I sleep on my back.
Do you suffer much from hallucinations? Oh, come on, tell me.
No, but I do get these, well, I don't know what you would call them, but they're...
Symptoms?
Yes. I get them every morning and every evening.
That's the dangerous time, my dear.
What are they? It's some feeling. It's the strangest feeling.
Yes, you... I knew it. Where?
Here. And the strangest part of it all is it disappears just as soon as I've had breakfast. Cousin Sue is only fooling. I'm a perfectly healthy, normal, ordinary girl. If I wasn't so ordinary, I'd probably be a better artist. Anything else you'd like to know?
Well, I hope you're not offended at my questions, dear. It's only because I take such an interest in you now that you're the heiress. And I've been wondering if there really is anything to do with hereditary insanity. It's in our family, you know.
Well, it's certainly missed our side, hasn't it, Cicely?
I don't know anything about that, but it certainly missed our side.
Well, let us hope so. Another thing, my dear. Now that you are the heiress, men will suddenly find that you are very attractive. Beware of them, dear. All of them.
All of them?
All of them. Every man who tells you he loves you is only in love with your money. They're all alike. There isn't a decent man in this world.
Oh, Cousin Sue, don't say that. There are plenty of men. Who could be nicer than those three men?
Dumbbells, my dear. All of them dumbbells.
I don't think so at all. I think that Charlie is awfully sweet.
An overgrown ribbon clerk, a bluff, and as cold as a dead fish.
You can't say that about Paul. He's awful cute, has such expressive feet.
Paul, he doesn't know anything. Not even his own mind, and he's as timid as a rabbit, dear. Never trust a man with wiggly feet. They're treacherous.
Let's get them all in. How about Harry?
He's the biggest fool of the lot. Every time he looks at me, he begins to laugh.
Oh, wow. You really know men, don't you?
I do. And that's why I'm warning you about these fourth and fifth-rate cousins of yours. Take my advice and get rid of them as soon as you can. Well, good night, my dear. And I hope you won't have any more of your... Good night.
Good night.
Annabelle, I feel it's my duty. Don't you dare interrupt me. Annabelle, I made you promise I would warn you about the dreadful maniac who was prowling about the house.
You mean a maniac? In this house? Yes, and the
The
guard.
guard from the asylum was here. They had traced him to this house. He's a terrible old person. He thinks he's a cat and goes around ripping people wide open. They made me promise I wouldn't warn you, but I felt it was my duty to tell you because, well, if we're all going to be murdered in our beds, then I think we ought to know about it.
If there's anything of anticipation, Cousin Sue, you've been murdered dozens of times. Well, that's what Harry must be trying to tell me earlier. That's why he was so mysterious. Harry tried to warn us, but Charlie and Mr. Crosby wouldn't let him. That's probably what Mr. Crosby was trying to tell me earlier, too.
Perhaps it got Mr. Crosby.
But if it got Crosby, then it must be in the house.
Yes, it must be. He must be sneaking around the corner now, waiting to jump on us. I can scream.
Yes, if it got Crosby, then it has to be in the house.
It must be out there now, waiting for us. Ah!
Oh no! Something passed me. I couldn't see it, but I felt it. It touched me. I could hear it breathe. Look out!
Ah!
Why did you run away from me?
You? Was it you that passed me in the hall?
Yes, sir. Mr. Paul saw me in the hall and ran like a mouse.
You were scared.
I wouldn't say I was scared. I may have been a trifle nervous. You see, I was coming...
No, sir, you were going.
Well, maybe I was.
Paul, you see, you were frightened by your imagination. You thought Zelda was a ghost, and she scared you. Your fear was nothing but delusion.
Yes, my dear, no doubt, you're right. But all the same, if I were you, I'd lock the door tonight and look under the bed. That's what I'm going to do.
Really?
Don't laugh, my dear. I've never gone to sleep a day in my life without first checking under the bed.
What do you expect to find there?
My man, of course.
Wouldn't that be terrible for the man? Then again, on the other hand, maybe it wouldn't. I don't know.
Oh. Come, Cicely. Let us go to bed. We'll feel safer there.
But I'm afraid to go upstairs in the dark. Zelda will take you. Zelda.
I wonder if it's all right.
What's all right?
My being here alone with you.
Why, of course it's all right. This isn't an ordinary occasion, and besides, we're cousins, aren't we?
Yes, fifth or sixth cousins, but somehow you seem like a perfect stranger to me.
Is that why you acted so strangely when we met in the other room?
Yes, it didn't seem possible that you were Annabelle West, the little girl I used to know in Wickford so long ago.
It must have been all of, what, 5 years?
5 years and 11 months. Yes, 5 years and 11 months, or 6 or so years. I mean, who's counting?
Well, isn't it strange for us to meet like this after 6 or 7 years?
It certainly is strange, but I think it's wonderful. You know, I used to think about you a lot, Annabelle.
You did? Really? How nice.
You see, I've been trying to tell you something for the past 5 years, minutes.
Well, then, Paul, why don't you just quit your rambling and ask me?
I'm going to, just as soon as I get myself wound up.
Paul, about how long does it take to wind yourself up?
I don't know exactly.
Well, evidently, it is quite the operation.
Well, so far it's taken me 5 years and 11 months, and I don't know if I'm wound up yet.
Paul, what are you trying to ask me?
This. Annabelle, you know I'm only a vet.
Yes?
But from my time in doctoring horses and mules, I have learned a lot about women. In that all three of them do things that they shouldn't, without any reason, right?
Paul, what are you trying to ask me?
Annabelle, did Cousin Susie tell you anything that's going around the house tonight?
About the crazy man?
Yes, that is it! I couldn't tell you, but from my knowledge of women, I guess that Cousin Susie'd tell you because she promised she wouldn't.
Well, she did tell me, and it hasn't cheered me up any. Do you think that it could be in the house?
I don't know. I don't know, but what I do know, Annabelle, is that I will protect you. I've dealt with wild horses and wilder mules, and there isn't a spook or a maniac living that I'm afraid of. Oh!
It's all right.
So scared or not, if there's a maniac loose in your house, I'm gonna go get him.
Well, you always did fight for me, Paul. Even back in Whitford when you used to carry my books to school.
I remember those days.
Well, do you remember the time that Big Jim Daly pulled my hair and how you flew after him and what a terrible beating?
He gave me. It always did seem I got licks fighting for you, Annabelle, but hopefully I have more luck with this maniac if I find him. Annabelle, if you hear a rumpus or anything, don't run out. Just sit tight and yell like hell.
Well, I feel a lot safer knowing I have you here to protect me, Paul. Good night. And good luck, you know, if you find him.
Thanks, I'm gonna need it if he finds me.
Well, good night, Paul.
Goodbye.
Goodbye? What do you mean goodbye? Won't I see you in the morning?
God knows. Oh!
Well, there's a man, Zelda. He's just naturally frightened to death, but he conquers his fear.
Don't forget that letter, miss.
Oh, yes, of course.
Did I interrupt you, Annabelle?
No, come in.
If you, don't mind.
Zelda. I've been meaning to speak with you, Charlie. What do you think has happened to Mr. Crosby?
Well, I haven't any definite theory. I've been trying to figure it out. It's all very puzzling, but I think he'll turn up all right. You're the one I'm worried about, Annabelle.
Well, that's awfully sweet, Charlie, but why worry about me?
Well, just the natural feeling a man has for the woman he... Well, Annabelle, you know how I feel toward you.
Please, Charlie.
This is a strange old house, and well, if you need me, my room is down the hall, you know.
Well, yes, I know. I feel so safe knowing I have all these men surrounding me, protecting me. Harry just told me the same thing.
So he was here? Leave it to him to get anywhere first.
Well, yes, and Charlie, I know all about that crazy man.
So you know about that?
Well, yes.
And he told you?
No. But you have to be able to guess who told me.
All right. Now, I'll be ready if you need me, Annabelle. Because I'm not going to leave you alone. Because I'm going to sleep with my shoes on. Annabelle, don't you think you could ever feel a little...
Charlie, I'm very fond of you, but I'm awfully sorry.
Good night, Annabelle.
Don't forget that letter, miss.
Yes, of course. really so late. I'm not really going to go to bed. I'm just going to rest my eyes. All right. To my heir, man or woman, pause and reflect that this is the 20th anniversary of the hour that my spirit left my body. I could take no earthly possessions with me, which is why I'm compelled to leave them with you, my unknown heir. While you can, enjoy the glittering symbols of the world, which I have thus renounced, because your time will come soon, and you will follow me. Oh, gives me the creeps. Oh, well, there's a verse. It looks a little bit more cheerful. Find the number above the vine. The sparkling gems are on the line. Find the number. Its rhyme is mine. What a silly little verse. But it's the key to the necklace. It must be. Zelda, would you help? Find the number above the vine. The number's rhyme is mine. But Zelda, what number rhymes with mine?
9.
Oh, yes, of course. And where is a vine? Oh, yes, of course.
Need me any more, miss?
No, that'll be all, Zelda. But put the key on this side of the door.
Good night, miss.
Good night. Above the vine, number 9. 7, 8, 9. Above the vine, on line 9. Wow. Hello? Hello? Fear is a delusion. Fear is a delusion. Help! Help! Somebody, I can't get out. The key is gone. Somebody help me. Harry, Charlie, Paul, please.
Annabelle, did you call?
Harry, I heard Annabelle go!
What is it, Annabelle? What's happened?
Inside the door, break it down.
Annabelle!
What is it?
God, she's fainted!
Harry, get the light. What happened?
She's had a shock.
How'd she get it?
I don't know. There was no one in here when we broke in. Couldn't have been her imagination.
Must have been her imagination.
What do you mean?
That you told her.
Told her what?
Told her about the maniac after we all agreed to keep silent.
I didn't.
You were here. You told her.
You're crazy. I would do no such thing.
You're a liar.
Charlie, you're wrong. Cousin Sue told her.
So you're the one.
Yes, I'm the one. I told her because it was my duty, and I'd do it again.
You ought to be gagged for the rest of your life. I was mistaken. I'm sorry.
Save your breath. You'll need it later.
Will I? Really?
You called me a liar. You need to make good for that.
Shh! Annabelle!
She's coming too.
There, Annabelle, what's the matter?
It came from the dark. It touched me. Here. It's gone.
What's gone, my dear?
My necklace, it's gone. The hand took it.
What hand?
I don't know, just some hand.
Just some hand. Ah, Annabelle, my dear, you're raving again. It's nothing but your imagination.
Shh.
But the hand was here. It took my necklace.
But, Annabelle, if there was anything here, where is it now?
It was here. It was here.
There
Took
was
my necklace.
There was no one in here when we broke in, Annabelle.
If Annabelle says there was something in this room, then there was something in this room. Only question now is, what was it?
Maybe it was the maniac.
Even if he had been here, which he wasn't, what use would he possibly have for a necklace?
Oh, the poor dear, isn't it a shame? Charlie, what do you think?
I don't think she saw anything.
I do. She must have seen something terrible to make her faint like that. Her imagination couldn't have done that.
No. But an unsound mind could. What? I've known all along that Annabelle was as crazy as a marsh hare.
That's absurd.
It's true. Didn't she say that Mr. Crosby vanished right in front of her? And now she's saying that a hand reached out and took her necklace. Rubbish. If anything was in here, where did it go? People don't just disappear into thin air, even if she says they do. Annabelle is unbalanced, and I, for one, am going to ensure that she is examined by a specialist.
You ought to be ashamed.
Cousin Sue?
Don't cousin sue me. All of you, every one of you, think just the same as I do, that Annabelle is crazy. Only none of you are honest enough to come right out with it.
So that's it. You all think I'm mad.
Well, I don't.
Well, I know you don't. You've all had your say about me. Now I'll have mine. I've been through enough tonight to drive anyone mad. And a few moments ago, I was hysterical, but now I can think clearly. I'm going to tell you exactly what happened in this room tonight, and you're going to believe me. Well, first, I did find the necklace. It was here, but then I heard some noise, and I went to go check the doors. And there was no one there. But then I was quite sure that either someone was playing a trick on me, or my nerves were getting jumpy. I started for bed, and I checked underneath it. Nothing there. And as I went to bed, I was falling asleep, and I felt this icy breath sweep over me. And out from the darkness, a long claw-like hand reached toward me. And it came nearer and nearer. It's like a person in a dream. But it came nearer, and it touched my throat, and I grabbed the necklace, and I screamed, and I jumped up, and I tried to exit, but the key wasn't on the side of the door, and I screamed for help, and that's when You don't believe me. Some of you think that I'm mad. I'm not. I'm as sane as any person in this room. You must believe me because what I've told you tonight is the truth, so help me God. I'll prove it to you. The hand that took my necklace came out of that wall.